Company from Petaluma are patrolling the streets, and men worked half the night in the ruins. Every once in a while, a cheer announced that they had heard someone alive, and they worked like crazy men. Oh, we have our heroes here now. Last Sunday, a carload of bread came here from Walla Walla. Pa and Charles were at the depot, so they came home with 3 long loaves, about 2 feet long. Today, we had a contribution of 6 dozen eggs and a gallon of milk from some friends in Bennett Valley.
To talk about preparedness, I want to start from the very basic level. You've got to be prepared. The individual's got to be prepared. Have a plan at home of what everybody is going to do, where they're going to go, where they're going to phone. Have a kit at home that's got purified water that's good for a couple years, dried food that's good for several years, the radio, the flashlight, duct tape, plastic, ponchos, all those type of things that you should have inside your kit are inside those kits ready to go. The more that you're able to stockpile at home, the better able you are to take care of yourself when a disaster happens.
Oakmont is an adult community of approximately 4,500 people. About 30 years ago, we were really out in the country, and there were residents out here that realized that when the big earthquake comes, we'd really be on our own for 3 days or even longer.
Each neighborhood should be self-sufficient to be able to sustain themselves for 3 to 5 days. About 2 years ago, it was decided that we need to do something to secure the feelings of the people that lived out in the neighborhoods, and we began forming C.O.P.E teams, citizens organized to prepare for emergencies. We've developed a simple process for building and maintaining C.O.P.E teams. The first step, of course, is to build a leadership team, and we look for both a leader and a co-leader. The next step is to define the scope of the neighborhood, and typically that will run anywhere from 5 to about 20 homes, depending on the topography of the land. The intent is, considering the fact that we're all senior citizens, that in times of an emergency where we have agreed to meet in a central meeting place, nobody should have to walk more than 4 to 5 house lengths.
How do you organize your neighborhood? What's going to be your contact point? Get a list of equipment. Who's got the shovels? Who's got the jacks? Who's got the cribbing gear? Who's got the heavy-duty boots and everything? So you start stockpiling some of that equipment that you may need in a disaster. You share the resources that your community has. So somebody with a big house, they may become the shelter. Somebody who's a cook becomes the mass care person inside of that area. From there, the step on up is, what can I do inside my community? Can I respond to assist other people?
What the leader does is go around to each of the homes and take all of this information. It then comes back to me as the coordinator, and I generate what we call a block diagram, which is a picture of the neighborhood, showing each of the homes, the names of and phone numbers of the people that live there, where gas, water, and electric shutoffs are, and even shades the house number as an indication if there's somebody living in the house that may need assistance getting out.
If you have small kids, you want to get them to understand, to be calm, to be peaceful, and know what they need to do in order to be safe. Don't talk with a lot of fear when you're looking at this. Make it a plan. Just make it part of what your routine should be with the family, so that you keep that fear level at a minimum. It's very important that your plan says, all I have to do is phone Aunt Jean in upstate New York, and everybody in my family or everybody in the extended family in California is going to phone Aunt Jean. You only have to make one phone call, and they're going to pass on the information about where people are.
Look around your home with what we call earthquake eyes. Sit down in your favorite chair in the living room and look all around. If an earthquake were to happen right now, what's apt to hit me right in the head? If that's true and this is my favorite chair, I'd better not keep that right where it is. I'd better move it to somewhere where it can't hurt me. I might even start with some kind of a flyer that I would hand out to all of my neighbors and say, hey guys, let's get together and talk about this and see what kind of plans we'd like to make. If you're interested, you bring the cookies and I'll supply the punch. Come on to my house.
You're getting together over supper. You're getting together over drinks. You're getting together over snacks. So you're making your plans and you're making it a social event. You're finding out who your neighbors are around you. And maybe your kids are playing together and you're getting to know the new people inside the community, or some of the folks that have been there for a long time you just haven't seen much of. So the social aspect is there to make it more interesting.
It definitely has developed a sense of community. Neighbors are getting together now. They're watching out for each other. They have gotten in the habit of, if I'm going to go away for a week, I'm going to let my next door neighbor know what's apt to occur at my house during the time that I'm gone. Everybody feels more like a family.
There's a couple of things I would encourage people to do. You can pick up brochures from the Red Cross, the Office of Emergency Services, that tell you how to make a plan. Gives you some guidelines of what to put inside your kit. There's a list that you can go shopping with each week for 16 weeks, and you buy a few things each week off of that list until you've got yourself a safety kit. So you want to have that kit, you want to have that plan ready. It's important for you and your family, for your peace of mind. If you have a plan and you have a kit in place, you know where your kids are. You know what the school is going to do with those kids. You know what your husband or a wife who's away elsewhere is going to do in that situation. So it takes a lot of worry away from you. It takes a lot of worry away from each other. When a disaster happens, if you're prepared and you're able to take care of yourself, you can help take care of your neighbors. And most people want to take care of their neighbors. They want to be hooked into the community and offer the assistance.
I just hope it helps to get people thinking about what they should do in the event of a serious earthquake.
But it's better to be prepared and have it than not have it and need it.
We don't think we will leave here, as we will have to stay with it and try to help build up the town again.
We are a lucky family to be saved. Your sister, Jessie.